And he's now considered in the horror slasher world one of the big three, with the other two being Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. What is it, do you think, about Jason Voorhees that's made him such a part of not just horror iconography, but pop culture iconography? Maybe pop culture is your wheelhouse. Let's hear your spiel on that. What makes Jason so memorable?
Okay, so and you hit the nail on the head. It's the three big ones, right? And there's other ones. Let's face it. The Chuckies of the world and the Leatherfaces of the world and Ghostface. But those are a different conversation for a different day. But Freddy, Michael, Jason, and I think a lot of it is because of when they came out, in the late 70s, early 80s, and onward. They have so many films in their franchises. I think that's a big part of it. But why Jason stands out to me is it's the look with the hockey mask. I think that the hockey mask is a very important component of why Jason is an icon, right? And I don't know what it is, Brandy. I don't know if it's because of the sports thing that just brings a lot of nostalgia and pop culture references to it with the old hockey mask and everything. But also, like, if you think about the way he moves and the way he hunts people, yes, Michael Myers has some similar traits, but Jason stands out because of his look, and then the fact that he not only is this human Jason at one point, but he becomes basically like a zombie Jason. It's a whole thing, right? Goes to space, all that. But most importantly to me is the idea of his origin story, the fact that he is a victim at first. Yeah. He was a victim first. And you as an audience could find yourself feeling for him. And I think that gives him a certain dimension that makes him stand out among all of the rest of them, whether it be Freddy, Michael, or all the rest of them throughout the history of horror. And maybe that's just me, but I think it's that relatability of a child that presumably drowned in the lake and got neglected, and he's different than all the other kids and all that part, right? And then you had the mother who was avenging him, and then she gets killed. And then he has to figure it out again. Like, he has to survive on his own. And yes, he's the villain. Yes, he's a monster. Yes, he kills people. All that, right? But as a viewer, right, yeah, he's all kinds of bad, right? But as a viewer, there's times where you can sense his vulnerability of him as a child again when he tilts his head and when he thinks about things with his mother. And all of a sudden you're like, yes, this is a monster. But then I can tap back into he was a victim first. And that gives him this layer of dimension that the rest don't have, to me.